So, because she criticizes the fact that you can't explain why the Christian God created the universe, you have to come up with some elaborate way that she can't criticize you because that somehow makes it untrue. But the point of the fact is, explain to me how it was the Christian God and not, like my favorite God, which would be Wonka Tonka, the great spirit of the universe.
Well, let me address this thing for a second. If someone says they believe in naturalism, and they say they don't know, and then they turn around and say, "But I don't have any reason to believe God did it," then they can't just say, "I don't have any reason to believe in God did it," without reason to believe.
Well,
they have no reason to believe that God did it. So that means they must have knowledge of something that gives them an inference that God did not do it, to say they have no reason that God didn't do it. It immediately creates a new burden of proof for the atheist if they say they don't know how naturalism did it, but they know they have no reason to believe that God did it. And moreover, there's only two paths here. There's either naturalism or supernaturalism. There is no other explanation. There's no third way. Either the world came into being and everything in it by supernatural causation or by natural causation. There's nothing in between. It was either creation or it was evolution. If you say you know that or have no reason to believe God did it, then you're saying you know of things that infer that God did not do it. What are those?
Or what are the things that infer that God did it? So for this thought experiment, by
the way, guys, just real quick, go ahead and take another couple minutes, do a little exchange. But Leophilius is in here too. I believe he's also an atheist, so I'd like to work him into the mix. So,
sweet.
I planned on providing a response after Nakasuchi went.
Okay, sweet. That's fine. So go.
So good not to be alone here. So my response directly.
I thought you liked it.
I actually do like it. But
I just don't want us to miss
consistency.
I just don't want us to miss that.
He gets to talk more.
That CJ made his point correctly, and Rage just totally ignored it and was completely ignorant about it. I don't want us to miss that as we move on.
Right. Sweet, because I'm about to totally admit I know very little about philosophy, but I know that I'm a naturalist, so blah, 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 blah. So for this thought experiment, say that I believe in Wonka Tonka, right? Like I still believe in Wonka Tonka, the Great Spirit, and I maintain that Wonka Tonka created the universe. How do you prove to me that it was not Wonka Tonka Nephilim free and it was Yahweh?
Well, I can make arguments from various lines that provide me with powerful inference that is the God of the Bible that did it. Firstly, I can show that life is a fact. It is created empirically. The evidence shows life was a fact, a product of design and special creation. I can give the special creation argument for the existence of DNA. When you create,
I totally believe that. I believe that the Great Spirit did all that.
I'm not going to go through it but I'll just say this: DNA is a medium that encodes information.
Yeah, I think the Great Spirit gave us all DNA.
The medium is always fashioned in some way by or manufactured.
Yeah, it's fashioned after Wonka Tonka.
But that DNA traces back to the Middle East.
But I can show historical evidence, preponderance of historical evidence that the Table of Nations and also, therefore, the Tower of Babel affair is true human history. If that is true human history, then that wipes evolution theory and the out of Africa thing. It's gone. It's not true. Mankind has only been around for thousands.
Yeah, but that was Wonka Tonka.
Okay, right. Okay, okay. Let me shorten the argument then for you. But let me get past the lines of evidence and just say I have them. We can go over them if you wanted to. But here's the cool thing: that book that the Hebrews study, where you find this God who says he's the one who did it, is where we find all these proofs. We find in their scientific foreknowledge that man could not have, not only couldn't have written the book by himself, but it has knowledge of things in science man couldn't possibly have known when some of these books were written, like in 1400 BC.
Yeah, but Wonka Tonka rules all over.
Where's Wonka Tonka's book?
Wonka Tonka rules over all the ancestors, so it has the information of all the ancestors, and the ancestors.
Now you're arguing for an absence of evidence. You don't
I'm just arguing from the
Bible.
I'm arguing from the standpoint of I believe in Wonkin Tonka, and I believe that Wonkin Tonka created the universe, and I want you to give me goddamn evidence that it was Yahweh.
Wait, I'm doing that. Here it is.
Can I jump in with a question?
Various lines of evidence. Let me surmise it with this point. The various lines of evidence I'm pointing to, as you're attempting to skirt this as though it's not important, and it's really important. In the Bible, we find not only supernatural evidence the Bible was written partly, at least, by God oversight, but also
some of the ancestors were Jews.
Just listen instead of talk for a moment, please. You demand you want something, and then when somebody tries to give it, you want to talk.
I do apologize. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So we find supernatural scientific foreknowledge in that book. That's not found in any literature anywhere in the world except the Bible. We find that true human history is written in the Bible, and the God that says he did all these things is in that Bible. Now, where's Wonkin Tonka's book? Where's Shiva's book? Brahma, Vishnu, Ida, Anu, any of these? Can you show us that they were able to write a book?
Okay, can I answer?
That they wrote a book that
can I answer?
That they wrote a book that gives us all these lines of evidence in one book?
Holy shit. All right. Okay. Well, we don't have books. We have traditions because the white man stole all that shit, burned it, killed us, raped us, murdered us, committed genocide upon us. So we don't have like all of our traditions. We just have this word of mouth thing that we had to pass along as they were doing all of this to us. So we have this word of mouth thing, right? And you can go and speak to any elder in this nation and find out that Wonkin Tonka created the entire universe, and you're just following along some ancestor's tradition.
Then you don't have the evidence I do.
Well, I just gave you evidence. Go talk to an elder.
Well, guys, by the way, I think we're following a little off from where we were anyway. And plus, we got a full room here. I want to work some people in. By the way, Michael X, tell me now. Do you want
anyway?
Okay, hold on now.
That's the Great Spirit, dog.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Who believes in him?
Guys, hold on. Michael X.
I used to.